Before I start this Q&A, I want to give out a little disclaimer. After all the racist questions, after all the hurtful questions about my friends, as well as the many varieties of questions referring to Mr. Griffin, I have decided to screen my questions from now on. And if it's in any of those categories, or if it deems offensive to myself or anyone else, they will not be answered at all. But for the questions that are legit, of course, it's going to be answered, as well as you're going to be credited at my end credits. So after that disclaimer, let's get started with this Q&A. What's up, people? Nature Girl 30 here, and this is another mini Q&A. I know I haven't had these Q&As come out on time like I thought I would, especially on Wednesdays when I usually have them. But I have been exhausted lately, so I'm actually going to put them out when I can. But guys, you are wonderful. Thank you so much for sending me these questions. And don't worry, I have them all right here. So I'm going to answer some of your questions. Let's get started with the first set of questions coming from Justin's side. Who is more aggressive and shouts more, Irvin Griffin or Schleg Daddy? Honestly, they're both really passionate about wrestling. So the Schleg Daddy doesn't really shout as much as he used to, but he seems like it's like I don't know, organized. Well, I can't really say organized chaos, but he doesn't really shout as much as he used to, but he's still very passionate about wrestling. He actually still does videos, topical videos about that. But yeah, he's not as aggressive. I would say that Irvin may come off as aggressive, but he's still very passionate. So I guess in comparison, I would have to say Irvin is a little bit more aggressive than Schleg Daddy. Is Schleg Daddy's real name Jeff? Yep, that's his real name. Why do you say he likes black people? What proof do you have? Okay. Occasionally in some of the videos what he did with OTRS before he split off and when he left his previous location, he usually kind of talks about his black lesbian porn collection that he has. Plus, he's a huge fan of Justin King, and his girlfriend happens to be black. So yes, he's a big fan of the black community. That's one thing that he will not deny, and he's actually said it in a few of his old videos. I don't know about his present videos, but he said it in his old videos. So definitely go back and check out. Well, I don't think you can. I think that account was erased. But yeah, in his previous account before it got erased, yeah, those are the videos that he did, and he has no problems in saying that he's a big fan of black community. Next set of questions comes from Captain Jeff 87. What is the longest you have gone without watching WWE? 3 months. Honestly, I don't really watch, like, cold turkey, I would have to say 3 months. But lately, I have been so tired. My schedule's kind of been really crazy. So technically, I haven't really been watching wrestling that often. I don't watch SmackDown anymore. And I haven't had a chance to watch NXT because I have been busy. I do watch Raw because, hey, I like live tweeting. I actually do talk with some of my friends during Raw. But I don't do Raw reviews that much anymore. So I guess, but cold turkey, I would have to say 3 months. Straight up. Do you think the roster today would have made it in the Attitude Era and would get over with the fans? No. The roster now is way too PG. Everything that was extreme about the Attitude Era is completely gone with the Attitude Era. And all the classic guys have retired. So if you honestly try to put Fandango in the Attitude Era, it would not work. If you actually try to put Dolph Ziggler, well, actually he was around the Attitude Era. Well, the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, with the Spirit Squad. So technically, Dolph Ziggler was in the Attitude Era because he happens to be, I think he was Mickey in the Spirit Squad. So he was. But all the others, no. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. They would not fit in at all or get over. They would be booed out the building. Because the fans back then were a little bit more aggressive. Well, not really so much aggressive. I mean, fans are aggressive, period. But they would probably think it's cornball and hokey, and they would not like it at all. Do you think the stigma around Cena ruining the momentum of up-and-coming talent is true? I.e. the Nexus, Awesome Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Wyatt, or what do you think or do you think it's just the fans losing interest in the said wrestler's story or slash story? Honestly, it's half true. But the thing is, it's not entirely Cena's fault. It's how he's booked. Cena is booked as a superhero. Unfortunately, when you got these up and comers trying to make a name for themselves, you got the top guy, which happens to be John Cena. He's booked as a superhero, and unfortunately, it does kind of overshadow the guy, the up and comer. And unfortunately, he just, yeah, it just decimates him. I'm not gonna lie. When it came to Bray Wyatt versus John Cena at WrestleMania 30, that was a match that should have went to Bray Wyatt. And honestly, after Bray Wyatt lost, it took him a long time to get his momentum back. He literally had to separate himself from the Wyatt family in order for him to actually get back to where he is. Wade Barrett is a prime example. After the Nexus angle, don't get me wrong, the Nexus angle was awesome, but the biggest thing is that there was too much. They tried to control Cena, and I knew that ever since they started that angle, it was going to go downhill from there. Wade Barrett literally got buried in a pile of chairs at TLC. It was so one-sided, it was ridiculous. And it's not because of Cena, it's because of how he's booked. I don't know how much control Cena got about how he's booked, but all I know is the booking that is messing up the up-and-coming stars, not so much Cena. And honestly, yeah, people are sick to death of the superhero Cena. They're sick to death of Truth, Justice, in the American Way type of babyface. Everybody, in my opinion, is looking for an anti-hero. We're looking for somebody that crossed that line, that has that neutral boundary. Anti-heroes are cool. Not to mention, they also want a superstar that's more relatable to them. That's why Daniel Bryan is so well liked, because this guy came from the bottom of the barrel on up to go all the way to the top at WrestleMania 30, finally reaching that brass ring and winning the championship. We saw him struggle, and we saw him finally reach his peak, and that makes a lot of people feel like they can relate to him. So that's the reason why he's so well liked. But Cena isn't, because Cena shows no weakness. There's really no weakness revealed at all in Cena. And if it is, it's brief. So yeah, people are getting really sick and tired of his character. They want the story to change. They want him to be more vulnerable. But with Daniel Bryan, he was vulnerable, but he was able to reach that point and to reach that peak. And that's what we really want. I mean, speaking for myself, that's what I want. And I really do feel that people are just getting sick of the whole superhero kind of character. They just want something different, and they want change. Moving on to Nintendo Fanboy 1988. Have you heard that? Have you heard that the fans were rioting and they're all pissed off today that Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble match? Not by blocking cars, blocking wrestlers' cars and blocking the cars and keeping wrestlers from leaving the arena. And they tried to attack the Usos and Fandango. Okay. Well, I didn't know about the attack, but I did know about the cars being blocked, and I thought it was a joke, but good grief. Honestly, yeah, there's a lot of pissed off people. There's a lot of pissed off casuals, and there's a lot of pissed off diehard fans with Roman Reigns. And yeah, people say, oh, they're a bunch of butthurt fans. I'm going to be real with you. Everybody wants to see their wrestler win. And it's not really so much that. It's an overall majority of the entire WWE universe wanted to see Daniel Bryan win, or Bray Wyatt, or Dolph Ziggler. No one wanted Reigns. No one. And I'm sorry, everybody has a reason to be pissed off. Maybe not to that extreme. But it was just ridiculous how they're just outright ignoring the fans. But, and yeah, I really can understand why they're angry. I didn't want to see him win. But yeah, that's a bit extreme. The thing is, it's an outcome. Just like how the streak ended. You got to deal with it. You know, no matter how much it sucks, and it does suck, it was to the utmost extreme, and they really shouldn't have done that. It's not their fault that the WWE ignores the fans. It's not their fault. They're just the employees. They're just workers. You know, you can't really blame him. But the one thing I can say about this is that Roman Reigns has got to turn it around. He's got to do something to turn this around, because honestly, this is the worst outcome I have seen in a long time. So, yeah, I didn't hear about that, but wow, that's just ridiculous. Next, coming from Jack the Talking Dildo. What are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on all the angry remarks for canceling WWE Network subscriptions only because Roman Reigns won the Rumble? Hey, it's their choice, dude. If they decide to stop paying $10 for not getting satisfaction, then they got that right. And also, to be honest with you, this is gonna really be a wake up call to the company. They are losing millions. Period. Whether or not it's because these people cancel, or because of the actual network itself. If they lose money, they're gonna start listening to the fans. So yeah, go right ahead. If you are not satisfied with the product, cut out. Seriously, save your $10 for getting candy or something. Either or, yeah. More power to you. It's your hard-earned money. If you don't want to pay for this, then don't. Good for you. That's all I have to say about that. And they have a right to cancel if they want to. Shoot, it's their money. Rico Hill via Twitter asked me this. If you could be reincarnated, what would it be? I don't really believe in that stuff, but if I really, just as a rhetorical question, just to be fun here, if I was ever reincarnated, I would have to say I would love to be reincarnated as a bird. More than likely, I would love to be either an owl, like a great horned owl, or probably a hawk, or maybe a falcon. Either or, probably something like that. If I ever would being reincarnated as a bug, it would probably be either the bombardier beetle or the assassin bug. Either or, there you go. Just for fun. If you could spend one day with me and Freddie, how would you like to spend it? More than likely, if I ever met you guys, it's going to be for WrestleMania or for SummerSlam. And we would pretty much be spending time either at the Access or before all that. We'll probably literally just either binge watch a bunch of shows or maybe play video games till it's time to go. Either or, we would have a blast. More than likely, I would love to have a competition between me and Freddie playing Sonic. Seriously. And with you... Either or, it's gonna have we're gonna have a blast. I would love to actually play video games against you. I'm just curious, but yeah, we're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a whole big nerd out moment. But seriously, that's what I would do. And your final question for me is: what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African or European? Why did you never tell us that you were dyslexic until recently? Now I understood why you messed up reading questions. I thought that you never graduated from elementary school. Thanks. Sorry for thinking that you were really dumb. I accept your apology, but the reason why is because it really wasn't necessary for anybody to know I was dyslexic or not. But I'm not really afraid to say it, or that I am. If someone asks, I'll just flat out tell them. I'm not really ashamed for my learning disability. It's just I have it, and that's what it is. But all I know is it doesn't really affect how smart I am, or how or anything about me. It's just a difference. That's pretty much it. I gotta do things differently. That's pretty much it. Will Brock leave the UFC after Mania? That I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. But on the real, as far as I know, I doubt that he's going to go. I doubt it. I really, really do. Well, he's going to leave to UFC. Yeah, I believe he is. Sorry, I got the question reversed. But yeah, I really do believe that he actually might leave after UFC. That's still his career. That's still what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised he's going to stay out for a few months to try to heal up. But, well, he's facing Roman Reigns. I don't think it's going to cause a dent. but sorry. Have you heard rumors from Bryan at Mania that it is for him to fight Sheamus as a heel? Okay. Yeah. We all know that a heel Daniel Bryan has never worked before. And it's not gonna work now. I have not heard rumors like that, but I hope it is just a rumor. Will Bryan ever hold the title again, or has Vince will I'm not gonna say that Vince is not going to allow Daniel Bryan to win, because Vince is not completely stupid. Vince McMahon may be the most stubborn old coot on the planet, but the one thing I'm gonna say about him is that he's not stupid. When he knows that the fans definitely do want something, he's probably going to cave and he's going to allow it to happen. No matter how much personally he does not want it to happen, he does not want to lose money. And money is the main reason why he's doing this business. Let's be honest. Why did the fans boo when The Rock went out there to congratulate his cousin Roman Reigns? Honestly, I don't think that they were booing The Rock. I think they just don't really want Roman Reigns to have any support whatsoever. Not to mention, it was a huge rumor that The Rock was going to be in the Royal Rumble match. And I guess he had a quick decision or whatever, or maybe he just refused to do it. There was a lot of things going on, huge rumors, because when I was at WrestleMania 27, there was so many rumors that it was going to be a triple threat match between The Rock, Cena, and The Miz. We didn't get that. The Rock ended up being somewhat of a turning point in the match, just like how he was at the Rumble. So yeah, with all the rumors and everything we really wanted, fans got pissed. I don't blame them, because I was pissed too. It was probably his last minute decision. What matches do you predict to happen at WrestleMania? Name them all and explain why you predict them. Of course, unfortunately, we got Roman Reigns versus Lesnar. That's going to be a one-sided match. But the one match that I'm really predicting is going to happen is Bray Wyatt versus Taker. Number one, because Sting is actually going to be feuding with Triple H. So more than likely, Sting is not going to be anywhere affiliated with Taker. But it will be a great storyline to actually see Bray Wyatt fight Taker, because they're saying that Bray Wyatt is the next Taker. In a way, he kind of is. He has a very, very mysterious, not really mysterious, but he has, well, he has one of those really like enigmatic, I can't even say the word, but his character is unique, just like how Undertaker's character is unique. And they're saying that he's going to pretty much be the next Taker. That'll be a great storyline, and that'll be a great way to put over Bray Wyatt. The only problem is that people are really rooting for him to win. They're rooting for Taker to win. All I know is that I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm still not a fan about it, but I have a gut feeling this is going to happen. Pretty much because of the fact that Sting's no longer in the running, then it's going to be Bray Wyatt. With Bray Wyatt's gimmick, it would work. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to happen. I have no idea who Cena's going to be feuding with, but honestly, I'm hoping that somehow Daniel Bryan will end up being at WrestleMania. It might not be for the brass ring, but I'm hoping that somehow in the next pay-per-view that Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins for the briefcase would be great, because that'll be another way that Daniel Bryan can actually win the belt. That's just me personally, and I'm hoping that will actually happen. But yeah, dude, great questions. And my final question will be from I Love Watermelons 525. Why did you say that you're a big kid in your last Q&A? Because I am. There's a lot of things that I like that a lot of people think is too kiddie, that you shouldn't be liking because you're an adult. Shoot, I'm not gonna lie, I love Ninja Turtles. I'm not, and I know, for those that know Freddie Thomas, aka Cream Crazy, he did out me for being a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fan. Yes, I love My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I also like Powerpuff Girls. There's a lot of things that I'm not supposed to like, but I do like it, and I consider myself a big kid, and I don't care, because they're fun. Are you a closet Cena fan? No, I am not. Before, I will not deny that I actually had a lot of respect for John Cena because he stayed true to his character. He is one of the last original golden era PG baby faces that are left. He's truly a golden boy baby face. You don't see them anymore. And he was a rare breed. And I respected him because he stayed true to his character. But now his character is more condescending. His character, his whole mantra of hustle, loyalty, and respect is just a farce. He treats everybody like crap. it is something that I just don't like about his character. And I already said Survivor Series was like the exit point for me, when I just no longer had any respect for Cena's character. And I actually did do a discussion video on that, so it shows how much I don't like him anymore. Not him as a person, but his character alone. So no, I am definitely not a closet Cena fan. But guys, thank you so much for sending me questions. If you have any more questions that you want to send me, by all means, send them to me via YouTube or in my or on Twitter at Arcades30 #NatureGirlQ&A. This is NatureGirl30 signing off. Peace out. Later.